Among the most competitive industries on earth, you've decided to get yourself into the fashion and apparel industry. What really helps companies in this industry is having a solid brand to build on and to communicate to consumers with. And building a brand takes some delicate time and attention. Oftentimes, I'll have people come to me and they say, hey, I've got this great idea for a brand, and I get excited. I say, great, tell me all about it. And all I hear is, well, my logo looks like this, and these are the colors. It's like, well, that's a logo, that's not a brand. Let's talk about what a brand is and how you can create one so that you can effectively build trust with your consumers and increase your profitability. So people don't buy what you're selling. They buy the why as to why you're selling it. The why is the most important thing. Think about this. In such a crowded world with so many different products and in an industry that requires so much in terms of labor force, fabric, textiles, everything that goes into making your line, in such a crowded world with so much competition, why do you need to exist? It's a very difficult question to answer. And if you really think about it and get introspective with yourself, you'll come up with the answer. Now, if you are an entrepreneur and you're launching your own brand by yourself, that's great. That's one way to go. And on the other hand, you might be a part of a team. You may have partners. You may have other people involved in your endeavors. And collectively, together, you're working towards something. These are the things that are the building blocks of what a brand is. We have to figure out, why are we doing this? A brand is not something tangible. It exists only in the minds of the consumers as a result of all of the activities that you do that creates that perception in the minds of the consumer. So again, it's not anything tangible. A brand triggers an emotional and a rational response. Immediately, when they see the logo, traditionally, that's when that trigger happens. That's when the consumer says, I know exactly what this product is, I know what they stand for, and I want to be a part of it. So again, it's not something tangible. A brand ultimately owns a little piece of real estate in our minds. Think about this. I'm going to go through a little word association with you. I'm going to mention a couple of different brand names, and immediately a certain word or phrase should come to mind. Ready? Walmart. When you think of Walmart, the first thing that comes to mind is low prices. It's not by accident. That is the emotional and rational triggers that Walmart has built into their company so that you and I, the consumer, immediately think low prices. On the other hand, Neiman Marcus. You should think luxury, right? So that's on the retail side. Let's look at some other brands. In the car business, Mercedes, engineering, BMW, performance, Volvo, safety, right? Immediately, these words come to mind when we think of these companies and therefore their brands. So when you think of like Volvo, let's go back to Volvo for a second. The why is safety. They want to sell safe cars. Look at Tesla's why. They want to make the world a more eco-friendly place, right? What is your why? Now, we're talking about car companies. You can look at any company in any industry, but fashion, by and large, is the most competitive. So go down the list of all the different fashion brands and think about, well, what is their why, right? What is your why? You have to think about, why are you doing this? Now, you might be an entrepreneur saying, look, I just want to get filthy rich. That's your why. Okay, fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but now you have to sell your story. Who are you? Why should the consumer trust you? What is it about your history and your life and your story that's so unique that people will say, yeah, I believe that. That's something that I want to be a part of. Nike's why is the performance athlete. You think if I buy a Nike shoe, I'm going to have better performance, and I want that. So to build better athletes is their why, right? So again, what is the purpose? If you are trying to save the world, be specific about it, but be honest about it. This is my why. I want to save the trees in wherever. I want to save children in wherever. I want to make myself rich. These are all whys, but now you have to get very specific why you're doing things, because consumers are not foolish. They're going to understand what you're selling and why you're selling it very quickly. So if the why is, well, I need to have a career and I need to make money for myself, then talk about yourself. Who are you? What brought you to this point? Are there any success stories or even failures that brought you to this point? Again, and failures are not necessarily a bad thing. Just a side note on that, since we're talking business here, failures only exist if you don't get back up. So if you fall down and you failed and you get right back up, then you've learned something. It's not a failure. So think of it that way. So again, the why is, who are you? If you are a solo entrepreneur doing this all by yourself and you're starting a t-shirt collection and you want to do some printing on it, build a story. What is the purpose? What is the why? That's the first starting point of building a brand. Let's identify what that why is for you.